Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Nick Mullins and the Pittsburgh Steelers versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now he dumps this off over the middle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Look to throw here. That's swung out wide to Harris. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry for Najee Harris. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rallied quickly after the broken tackle. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. But Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. $40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
From just shy of midfield. Burrow. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal 1st down. Joe Burrow in year number 2, moving around pretty good considering the seriousness of his injury last year. If you're a defensive coordinator here, what are you trying to do to slow Joe Burrow down?
I think you want him to be in rhythm. I think you want him to be on time. And normally you want to take that away from a quarterback, make him hold it a little bit longer. But when he has a chance to maneuver around the pocket, sometimes get out of it, big plays result. I want him throwing the ball on time and then tackling the receivers so there's no extra yardage.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. No score after one on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up front.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your... Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. On the draw, it's Harris. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Back to Mixon on second down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Now it's Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Tackle made that time by Mike Hilton, former Steeler. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He finds his man Johnson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a narrow victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and they have gone to the halftime break with the Bears out in front. David Montgomery, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. The Titans locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got.
And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon will get it to start the second half. Mixon with a first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. McPherson on for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Second down at 4.
Looking to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. He'll drop to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard in there to bury him for a loss of 11. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slow...
Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a... Change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Steelers on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. He finds some open field here. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 159 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. This is caught. Touchdown Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd and 5. It's brought in by Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Back to throw here. Harris has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 3. So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Short little throw to Ebron. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
It's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bengals, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in your line.
Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. This is James Robinson.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Lawrence.
Looking downfield for Jones.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Now Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
On play action, Lawrence.
Sharks got it, left side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here's Lawrence.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Gostkowski's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick in the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now in his second season out of LSU.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw 1 when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The numbers for Mixon last week, 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now they will throw it with Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Drew Sample was a second-round pick in 2019, and the Bengals would sure love to see his role increase with Joe Burrow at quarterback.
On first down. Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch.
And he throws his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Now it's Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A toss left, Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they? And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Busts through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Finds the open target, Arnold. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all the views coming to the replay. So that challenge, a successful one. On 1st down, Lawrence.
He's going to air one out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Lawrence will throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Nifty move. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
95 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
But it'll be 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll match up against the Cleveland Browns. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the AFC West, the Raiders and Chargers live from SoFi Stadium. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon.
Got a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. Burrow looking to pass. There's a short one caught by Uzama. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That good for 19 on a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 'em. 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 'em.
looking to throw. Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll run out of the gun with Evans.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 38.
Prime time, baby.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
No return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Mike's 50.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there, exactly as you described, an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
151 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him. And touchdown!
It's complete.
Jamar Chase.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lawrence. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A heck of an effort there on that scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
He finds Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Well, we've often talked, and rightly so, about how great a story James Robinson was last year. Undrafted as a running back to over 1,000 yards rushing as a rookie. But what gets lost, especially for being a big man like he is, he's a great asset as a pass receiver, too. 49 catches for close to 350 yards.
And his pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again is Lawrence. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
That's complete to Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Lawrence. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it, man.
I did that.
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
And some room to roam now. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that. Scoreboard, realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal, and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Now Lawrence on first down. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
On third down. And Shark calls it in. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
3 yards the gain there, second down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
today. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Green Bay Packers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. First quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone and up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers, and of course coming off a great 2020 where he took home the MVP trophy.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him. 2
plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. The numbers for Jones last week, 17 carries, 76 yards.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive, and under center, of course, is the number 1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
2nd and 2. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's Mixon on the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And how about the rapport that these two had last year as rookies? Exactly what the Bengals had in mind when they made Joe Burrow the 1st-round pick and T. Higgins the 2nd.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Now Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Oh, good move. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Elton Jenkins, the Pro Bowler, flag there.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Mixon running right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins,
his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Rodgers throw into the hands of Cobb.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Rodgers to throw once more. Caught by Cobb. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Been a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running left, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers going to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one completes a Tunyon underneath. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6. Is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Crosby with the extra point, and this is back to an 8-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Phillips. He's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Stiff-armed him. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
209 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
With his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a fifth straight victory. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
7 yards, the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards, the pickup, first down.
To throw is Rodgers.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Rodgers now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cobb. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Crosby connects on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return it, Darius Phillips.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the toss, Mixon. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Again, it's Mixon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down by 15. 27 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Cobb.
And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
From the 31, Rodgers.
Pass complete, Tunyon. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This player has a zone ability. This is a powerful ability that